to my Wednesday live where we're continuing with our botanicals series. And today is day 3, part 3. Hi Helen and Carol. Hello, long time no see, Carol. We're going to do some ink today, and I've been kind of like going back and forth on how I want to do this. So I'm going to show you what I'm working with, and we'll see. Maybe I'll get your opinion, or maybe I'll just kind of like do whatever I want, because that's what I always do. So let's see. Oh, if you are watching the replay, thank you very much for tuning in. Hello, Holly. Welcome, you guys. So this week for Botanicals Week, I am going to be working with a pillow. So I have my ink mat and my pillow here, but I also have some colors. Now, I was thinking of going with the botanical colors from yesterday, tying in the eucalyptus leaves that I did on, oh, so that is already hung up. I have to take a picture and show you. But it was like kind of like this color, like this bluish green color. But then I have the other botanicals that I've been doing that's more along the pesto line. So if I mix these 3 colors, pesto, tide, and storm, I do get the desired color here. But in keeping with my true botanicals, I may want to just go pesto and see how it looks. So what I have is the Modern Floral transfer, and if I want to throw in, was actually thinking of throwing in either of these, because this would easily fit into here. And I'm not doing this whole thing, so like I have like a plan. My mind is going a mile a minute. So we just have a lot of options. Let's kind of get moving. Hi, Anita. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm doing well. I had some real caffeinated coffee today, so I am rather lit, if I could be so frank with you. I don't usually have caffeine, but I really wanted to try the new whipped coffee that I've been seeing everybody try, and I have instant coffee that you make it with, and it's caffeinated, and so it's been months since I've had caffeine, and so I'm a little bit, I'm a little jittery, but that's okay. Hi, Carol. Hi, Jane. Hi, Laura. Good afternoon. Hi, Sarah and Carol. It's all mixed pretty equal portions, this is. Yeah. And it's a little on the green side, which is what I want, but it does have that nice kind of like bluish storm color. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this live real quick on Facebook and pop it over to my my group. Where am I? I don't even know. Oh, we're already so lost. My brain's already doing the ADHD thing. Okay. Not really H. I'm super not hyper, but I'm super distractible. So let me get this shared over. Hi, Chris. Hi, Danelle. Hi, Tommy. Welcome. We're going to do this. Holly, the coffee is good. And I'll tell you, I tweaked the recipe a little. Number 1, because I'm not doing like I didn't do real sugar. I did swerve. And then number 2, I use Fairlife milk. So it's like high protein, 0 fat, and then lower carbs than normal milk. I added just a little bit, like maybe 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream into the mix. And I did on top drizzle just a tiny bit of like chocolate, like a syrup. So there is real sugar in it because of the syrup, but it was so good. Like, I would make it again in a heartbeat. I may measure and pay attention to calories and sugar and carbs and all of that, but the taste was phenomenal. So, and clearly, as you can see, it was caffeinated, so. Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Teresa. Happy launch day. Yeah, so we launched all these awesome new products, which I cannot wait to get. I have some new themes planned. Citrus, lemon. I am like beyond excited about some citrus. I'm going to do I'm going to do a fruity week, basically. I have got some things to do with lemons, and I'm super excited. So, without being so totally ADD, I am putting my ink mat into the pillow case, the pillow form here, and I'm pressing it down. There we go. Now, what do I want to tell you? I'm so lost, you guys. I'm using this Modern Floral. As you can see, it has been used like crazy. And it's sticky, but it's not like super sticky. So we're like, 10 plus uses on this thing. So what I have to do is I want to get it a little more sticky. And how do we do that? So what we're going to do is we are going to spray it with a little water. Okay, so I'm going to spray it with a little water, and I'm going to wipe that around so that it is, it kind of wettens all of it. So it's all a little bit damp. Now, we are not putting it on damp. What we're going to do is, we have that damp. I'm going to take my fuzzing cloth, the smooth side. This is the microfiber side. Don't use the other side or it will defeat the purpose. And I'm going to lay it down and dry this off, okay? And as I dry it off, it's going to become stickier on the parts where that adhesive is really good. Okay. Oh, there goes my heat press. Okay. Looks like there's some over here that's not clean, which I don't know how that can happen. Well, I do know how it can happen. I know that not everybody treats my stuff the way I treat my stuff. I'm going to stick this down and try to scrub that clean. It's old chalk that's stuck in there. So hopefully it'll come out. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, I just won't use that corner. Makes me a little sad. This is what happens when, this is what happens when you run a business and, you got lots of people using your stuff. I probably could have used a new one of these, like to buy a new one, but I don't have a new one right now, so we're just not going to worry about it. So, oh my goodness, Sarah, this would make absolutely adorable pillows patio pillows. Absolutely. All right, so I'm looking, and I think the corner that I want to do is over here. So I'm going to press this down as much as I possibly can. I really love this, and as you can see, I've used it a lot, and other people have used it a lot. I am not going to, I'm going to use, gosh, do I want to do my new color? So here's the deal. Do I want to use my new color, or do I want to go with the pesto green? If I do the pesto green, I will probably end up doing a blue flower. If I do the eucalyptus, I'm thinking of okay. I better lock my table. This is Tide. This is pesto. This is my mix, okay? It's got Storm in it. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Karen. Ah, Karen, are you new? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, we legit have had like all seasons in this past week. It's crazy. So I was thinking this flower could be a different color. I was thinking like a currant jam if I go with this bluish green color, or a cadet, like a blue and green, and just go blue and green. If I do the pesto, I was going to go with the Tide for the color. So I'm not sure if I should go with the new color ever. Oh, new color. Yes, new color. I want you to use the new color and see how I mix it. So we're going to do that. So my Tide, as you can see, it's like almost empty. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to need a lot of this color, is I'm going to scoop from the other containers and just mix it right up into this one. So I put 2 scoops of Storm and 2 scoops, I might put 3 scoops of pesto. I want it more green than anything. All right, so I'm going to set those aside, and then I'm going to start mixing it. And I know there's a lot of Tide in here. So let's just see how this goes. I may need to add more pesto to it. Yep, I'm going to add a little bit more pesto. It's getting there. 1, 2 more. So that, if you're keeping track, is 4, is that 4 scoops? 5 scoops maybe. There, so it's turning more green. I must have had a little more Tide than I thought. Just keep stirring. I know it's hard for you guys to see the actual color. If I pull this out, you can kind of see. I'm going to do one more. I'm getting it on my hands. This is not what we want. One more scoop of Storm and clean off my hands. When you're using ink, clean your hands often because it will get on your project if you don't. Okay, so this is a nice greenish blue color. Can you see? It's definitely different than the Tide, but it's still green. All right. Now, I'm gonna set this here. And I'm gonna get a couple different sizes of squeegees because I'll be honest, we're gonna do a lot and I don't want this flower I don't want that flower to be, so I'm gonna go slow. And I'm not doing the whole pillow, so that's another thing. I'll go ahead and start dipping in, and we'll start up here with this leaf. And I'm just pulling my ink. And I'm trying not to do those berries either. And so I'm gonna need a smaller, when I get close here, I'm gonna need like that, a smaller squeegee. Oh, shh. Okay, it's not a problem. I just went off. It's all right. This is for me. It's not for anybody else. So what you should do so that you don't make the mistake that I just made. Number 1, go slow. Number 2, tape your edges. I am so used to not taping my edges that I forget these days, you know, that taping your edges is really a great trick with ink, using our placement tape, using painter's tape. Like, I don't care what kind of tape you use. I'm gonna try to scrape some of that off. It's fine. Fine, it's fine, it's fine. I will live. All right, so we're good here. Let me, oh, you guys. Let me get this. Now, all my botanicals, aside from what I did last night, they don't really have words. They're just really cool neutral decor pieces. What I did last night definitely has words. It was a little bigger of a piece. Stay on. What app are you using for dual picture? So my picture-in-picture is thanks to Switcher Studios, but you don't have to use Switcher to get that. There are other apps and programs that you can use, like ManyCam. There might be more out there that I'm not aware of. Okay. So far, so good, except for my one little issue, which I think I can fix that by like adding some leaves going off the edge. So we are going to try to cover that up. So I'll show you how to fix ink issues. If I teach you anything during this live, that's what it will be. All right, so now we're going to go over here and do this. This is a nice leaf, so we can do that. Yeah, Dee Dee, oh no. Yes, we all make mistakes. I'm totally aware. Do a border with ink. Yeah, I'll do something. Oops, I'm late. Hi, Carol Hefner, no problem. Oh my gosh, this is something I would do for sure. Going off. So well, yeah, taping is truly what you would want to do to prevent that from happening. However, I'm going to show you how to fix it, and it won't be a big deal. Ink is pretty cool because it doesn't dry as fast as chalk does. So you can work a little slower. Note to self, make sure you work slower when you're doing ink so you don't make silly mistakes like I'm doing currently. Okay, get this. And I'm gonna finish this up here. Okay, so that's good. I'm not doing this, not doing these. Now I just need to do these two flowers. And then I will remove this and I will come back in with some of my other foliage that I have. Let me set this back down here. And the color of the flowers, I was thinking of Currant Jam, but I could go, I could stick with like a blue and do a blue. What do you think? Like a blue or a Currant Jam, for knowing that this color is a bluish green. You can ombre or mix like you would with chalk, right? Correct, Sarah, you can. What's the difference between Chalkology paste and other chalk paste on the market? The number one thing, the number one rule is that our chalk was the first thing that was invented with our company. So chalk paste was the number one thing that was invented, and it is literally a secret family recipe. No one has our recipe. We did not patent our chalk paste because we didn't want to have to give up the recipe. We are completely and 100% non-toxic and water soluble. I have tested other chalk pastes on the market, and the number one thing that I see, it all has warnings because there are toxic ingredients, and we are completely non-toxic. So I know that that's a difference. Otherwise, I can't really tell you. Currant Jam with some grayish. Oh. Let me do this. Let me do Currant. All right, so Currant Jam is my jam. It is my like red color of choice because I don't do red very much. But instead of grayish, what about, let me get like 2 good chunks in there. What about just a little Storm? It'll probably pinken it up, which is okay. It'll probably lighten it up a little. It's pretty cool. So it's a little more, it's just a little lighter. What do you guys think? Good enough? Or should I add a little bit more? Maybe a little more. I'll put a little bit more of this in here. I probably don't need this much, but it is what it is. There we go. So this is a little bit lighter then. Like a kind of a muted. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I like this color better. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get our squeegee for that. I'm going to use this I'll get the center good and covered. And then I'll use my lighter, my smaller squeegee, to kind of like hit those edges. Oh my goodness. My husband is sneezing up a storm up there. Okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. I'm like so concentrating. That's why I'm so quiet. Okay. Quite a bit of that stuff left. My hands are like shaking because I had coffee. I kid you not. I gave up caffeine a while ago. Only because I don't need it. Like if I can go without coffee and not feel tired, then I don't need it. And then on those days when I am dragging, then I will have like caffeine when I need it. And so I could go for a long time without caffeine, but I didn't used to be like that. I used to literally have multiple cups of coffee throughout a day. I am having a little bubble issue, so there could be a chance that I have a big mess underneath here. So I'm just warning you that I have a bubble issue. All right, so this is done. I'm gonna peel this up. Okay, I'm gonna come back in, let you guys see what I did. I'm gonna come back in and fix that, but not with this. I'm putting this in my water, and I'm gonna come back in with, so this is a little brighter than I was thinking. I don't need this anymore. With ink, it's really good if you clean it up as you go, honestly, because you don't want to get it everywhere. I am going to grab, I think the best one for this would be this leaf, whatever it is. And if I can, I'm trying to figure out how I can do, okay, this might work just like that. I know this isn't dry, and I'm just gonna kind of go on the edge here with this color. I'm gonna go here, and then I'm just gonna follow this edge going off. I might need to do a little bit more. I'm going do a little bit here. I'm trying, you guys. I don't want to get too far. Okay, so there's a little bit off the edge, and then that's all right. I could do a little bit of this also down here just to make it thicker. I'm looking at it. Hi, Pam. I know, I'm holding my breath too, you guys. That's why I'm so quiet. I was thinking of trying to, well, now I have to because I just touched it and got it a little bit of mess. I'm going to use a smaller squeegee. I'm going to follow this vein. Going up here, totally holding my breath. Almost done. Okay. All right, so now let me dry some of this. I like to dry some of it before I try to take out the ink mat because I don't want to get any of it, like when it's wet, it'll go onto the surface of the rest of the pillow. I don't want it to do that. It's almost like I made the rainforest color in an ink instead of, you know what I'm saying? Can you kind of run it around the back a little? Oh, I totally could. Like after I do this side, I could go and do it on the back. Had I thought of that before, I would have kept the design going. But I kind of wasn't able to do that. Or I didn't think of it before, so. Heat does hurt your ink mat. That's why I was trying to lift this up to when I'm drying it. Really quick, you guys, if you haven't checked out this week's botanical bundle box, you can go ahead and type box in the comments to grab or to see the picture, the price with our botanicals. So yeah, my hand is kind of inside here, lifting it up away from the ink mat, FYI, so you guys know. If you're using a hair dryer that's on a cool setting, you don't have to worry about the ink mat. But it will warp with heat, so you want to be careful. All right, I think I can take it out. And what I kind of do is I kind of like roll the ink mat up in here to remove it a little easier, just so that it can come out the zipper like this. And then put that back down. Now, my thought on this, and I will get rid of that. My thought on this is you could easily, so there are some blank parts up here. If you wanted, I'm not going to because I want it plain, but you could easily put some words like this. Together they built a life they loved, or anything, gather, family, you know, any of the words. You could put words on this, but I'm not going to put words on it. I'm going to leave it as like an accent piece. Okay. And before you heat set, you could let it dry overnight, but for me, of course, I am, I'm gonna heat set it right here in front of you guys and show you the process. And I will throw up the directions. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to clean this up so I don't get any more ink on the pillowcase from what I already did. You could do the entire pillowcase the way it is if you wanted. I'm gonna take my extra ink, and I have these little containers. Take my extra ink and pop it into this little container, and if I like the color, I can keep using it. I might have enough for 2 containers. Hold on. They're just like little makeup things with a lid. The ink will not dry out like the chalk does, so it actually works better in here. Chalk, sometimes if I want to save it, I will put it into a little Ziploc, which will act like the chalk singles do. Okay. Twist these caps on, and there I go. There we go. So now I have 2 little containers of that color left. Okay, now I'm gonna keep drying this, but I'm gonna pop the pillow onto this mat so that I can iron it. And when I say iron, I'm gonna use my heat press. So let's keep drying it. Sometimes a hairdryer works better. Sometimes this works better. Just depends. This is kind of thick, so we'll keep using this. Taking the mat out can be difficult. Yeah, I like it too. I think the colors are pretty bold for me, but it's gonna go with, hey, even though they're bold, I think it's just a pop of color when you have the neutral. P.S. I have a bunch of RIT dye. I'm gonna do a live and show you how to dye these pillowcases to be whatever color you want. I have a really gorgeous denim color, so I can't wait to do that. Color it up denim. Yeah, Andy, that's happened to me before too. You forget to heat set it and it kind of like sets itself. I don't know if you've ever tried to wash it after you've left it for like a month or whatever. I'm not sure. I would still like heat set it. So here are the heat setting directions when you are inking on fabric. And I'm trying to read comments because when I was so quiet before, I wasn't looking up. So I want to go see if I missed anything. Oh, Nicole, you just did your first Facebook Live? Ah, I had to go see it. Congratulations. For the most part, when I'm fixing mistakes, for sure, it's like putting something where I made the mistake. Because on fabric, the darker the color, the harder it is to get it off. If it were like a white or a really light color, I might be able to wash it off, but also not necessarily. All right, so this feels pretty good. This is thick over here, so there might be a little bit of tackiness, this solid part. It is a mess left that long and washed out. Oh, well you can't, okay. I don't think you can wash it out necessarily. All right, so you guys need to make sure that you dry it completely, and then you're going to cover it with parchment paper. My parchment paper is a little, I tend to use the same piece over and over. So I'm gonna lift this up and I'm gonna set this in parts. Okay, so, oh, some of this is still wet over here. That has not ever happened to me before. So let me dry it over here. I've actually never had ink go onto the parchment paper. What you looking for? Paper?
I'm gonna write a letter.
Oh, good. Do you need lined paper?
The thing.
You probably should use lined paper. Grab a piece out of one of those notebooks. Yeah. Tear it out carefully. I might wash that off real quick. What's up, babe? Yeah? Do you have snow pants?
Mom, the snow's melted.
Barely even snowing.
The snow's melted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the roof.
But you need a coat, you need socks, you need shoes, and you need... Okay, there we go. Now we can heat set. So this is cotton. And so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go 300 degrees for 30 seconds. And I have to move it to each place, do 30 seconds for each place. If you're just using an iron, put it on your cotton setting. If you're using cotton, if you're using a blend or anything else, follow the setting for your fabric. Okay, now I'm going to move over and get this part for 30 seconds. All right, while I am heat setting, let's do this. Right now, we have, on tomorrow, I'm going to do our club design, Club Couture design. So when you catch me tomorrow, I'm going to be at a different time. I'm going to go live at 7 p.m. Eastern because I had a fun invite with some of my college friends to do a Zoom with them at 8, and nobody could fix their schedules. So I said, I will adjust my time to 7 for my live. And then, so I'm going to go on and do a Zoom with them at 8. So, but anyway, tomorrow's going to be my club. You're going to see what I do with the awesome typewriter set. And if you are not in club or you haven't heard about the club yet, type club in the comments. How many times can I say club in one sentence? Type club in the comments and I will get you the information so that you can read up on it. Club Couture is our preferred customer program. It's a subscription box where you get a project kit every month and it's exclusive to the club. You can't get it any other way. You get chalk paste, 3 chalk paste colors, and a transfer, and you can make, you know, like 1 or 2 different projects, sometimes even 3 with what you have in the kit. It's $19.99 a month and it's free shipping, so you just pay $19.99 plus tax. And then as a preferred customer, you get promotions throughout the year. Like right now, preferred customers are getting 50% off of our textile surfaces. Every textile is on sale, 50% off, except for the shoulder tote. It's the only one that's not. Everything else is 50% off for our club members only. Okay, so type club in the comments for that. If you are not inside my VIP group and you're new and you haven't checked that out, go ahead and jump in there. You're gonna see our new launch today. We have launched our summer celebration suite of products just this morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And so like 35 brand new transfers, never before seen. They're very awesome. Add me to get into the VIP group or just to get that link into my customer group. And then finally, if you're curious about what it takes to be a designer, I am going to tell you that this is your month. April is the best, most lucrative time to join as a designer because of our corporate triple treat offerings. Let me lift this up, take this out. So if you want to check out my video where I explain all about becoming a designer, I'm gonna want to go over these edges one more time with my heat thing. Just these because they're a little tacky still because it's so thick. Once you actually get it completely heat set, you might be able to feel it. The ones that are lighter, you can't really feel, just those on the corner. So I'm going to heat set them again. So anyway, type team in the comments to get that information about becoming a designer. We have a brand new kit with all new products that were released today. And we also have a bonus inside the kit, which is a bonus for joining a set of our mini tags and the homespun tags transfer, which is like so usable for almost any project. Adding a background doesn't even have, and there are multiple words that go on it. But those little tags are amazing. So those are free in the kit. You're getting the regular kit price, and then bonus products. And we have a way that you can earn your money back from your kit, like actual cash back. Type team, I'll get you all the information. That's basically what that's. Kind of like hold it up so that you can see what it's gonna look like. I could run and grab a pillow. I have one over there. Hold on, and then I'll stuff it for you. So then you can see what it looks like in 3D. Okay, let me stuff this for you. And then you will see. And yeah, we could have done front and back. It's a little hard with the ink. You have to make sure that the first side is totally dry before you flip it over. I'm going to show you again. Let's get this all on here. Zipper it up. Okay. So here it is. So look, what I love about a pillow is anything you do on the edge, it's not going to show up when, so like if you make a mistake, it doesn't really show up because it puffs out. And so you have like there. So pretty. This will go, this is a nice accent for our couch is like super neutral colored. It's like an off-white color. I know I have 4 kids and we have an off-white couch, but it's a really nice one. And so it's fabric protected, but cute. So or like if you're doing, if you have like a welcome bench or something, this would look really cute just on the bench and put some like other botanical stuff around it. It'll look really cute. Thank you guys. Thank you. So yeah, we made up some new colors.
Mom,
Yeah, babe.
can you zip me up?
Of course I can zip you up. Okay. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, watching me fix a little mistake that honestly isn't even going to show when I put this out for display. I hope you guys learned a new way to use our giant transfers. You only have to do a little bit and it makes a big impact. So very cool. Catch me tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time right here. And we're going to do the typewriter, vintage typewriter, and you'll see my take on it. Ha, Sarah, I know. My favorite thing though is once you do a pillow and you've got the pillow form, you can change it out for season. You just take the cover off.
What's the pillow for?
This pillow is gonna, I know, Easton loves to collect pillows. This pillow is gonna be for the living room. Okay, so we'll put it in there. He loves stuffed animals and pillows. So anytime I'm making a pillow for him, he absolutely loves it. I gotta zip him up real quick. All right, now if it's too cold, you might want gloves too.
I know.
You are not going out with those shoes. Tennis shoes, please. Thank you. It's wet. He's got Crocs on.
Crocs are waterproof.
Yeah, but there's also holes in them that are going to get your socks wet. And it's cold, so I want...
No holes on the bottom.
I love you. Go put tennis shoes on. Please and thank you. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, and anyway, so I actually think... And here's the other thing. The Modern Floral transfer, clearly you can do it with any color to match your stuff. So whatever color your patio set is, you can do it to match that. And you can mix colors to make what you want. Yeah, that's all I have for you. Tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.